Google has launched an investigation into the leaking of private conversations recorded by the tech giant's digital voice assistant. The technology is found in millions of speakers, TVs and smartphones right around the world.
The leak adds to consumer anxiety over internet-connected devices in our homes that can see and hear us. Image Matrix tech editor Djuro Sen is back to guide us through the world of digital assistants. And look, particularly people of, say, my generation, I won't bring you guys into it, and above, get freaked out by this because there's things that are happening minute by minute that can observe, can see, can hear.
Absolutely, and I've brought a few of them in, and the actual Google devices are here, Janie and Tim. That is a Google Hub. I've got my finger on there. This has a screen on the front, so you can stream things like I can ask it, hey, Google, stream the driveway. Oh, and it's going to try and do it. It just went, and it'll show me the camera that's attached to the driveway on this screen in the kitchen. You can do recipes and stuff, so there's a lot of benefits. It's got a microphone switch. I'm going to show you here. It's a manual switch on the back. So if you're worried about your privacy, you can actually turn it off and you know it's off. This is a smaller version. Amazon has the Echo, all that sort of stuff, Alexa, and of course you've got Siri with the Apple devices as well. So there are millions of these around the world, but I guess the next question is, how secure are they?
How secure and how easy are they to use? Because I'm sure a lot of people watching it go, how on earth do I even start to fix all that up?
Yeah, and I mean, they're reasonably easy to set up, but the big story that broke in Europe that you said in the introduction was pretty scary stuff, because what's happened, 1,000 recordings have been leaked to a news agency in Belgium, and they've then found the people who actually were on the recordings. Now, this data is supposed to be anonymous, but they found them, and some of the conversations are very private indeed.
So what happens legally then?
Well, Google says that they're allowed to use some of this material for testing, and that is because the computer systems can't always get it right. Now, you're supposed to say the key words, you know, the hey Siri, hey Google, OK Google, all that sort of stuff. It's going to keep beeping on me here. But I want to play you when it goes wrong. These are real examples where I have not activated the phone or anything, and having a listen to this, because this is the Google system recording my conversations.
Sure, you just asked.
Yeah, we got the phone anyway. So,
that's all that matters.
what time are you going back?
I'm on the,
My car, it smells.
How do we go? Sorry.
So that's, I had no idea, but I'm able to go in, and this is a good thing, you're able to go in and check what's being recorded, and if you want to, you can delete it.
So there's the opportunity of protecting yourselves. That was going to be my next question. On a wider band of things, how do people, particularly older Australians who have the devices around, how do they protect themselves?
You know, I think this is a good question, Tim, because I don't think these companies are doing enough to make it easier for people who are not tech savvy to protect their data. Look, they're saying that it's going to be okay, but we had issues with Amazon. We had leaked conversations that went to the wrong people. Really intimate. Some of this stuff, and this is a really tricky question, some of the stuff involved anxiety, maybe a violent event, and maybe there's a crime taking place. So does the person who's checking this audio for the fact that, it might be doing the wrong thing, or it's not analysing the right, could be picking up a crime. So then they reveal it. Like I said, it's supposed to be anonymous, but these people in Europe found the people who were talking. And, you know, I mean, that wasn't too embarrassing. I said something about a smelly car, but, you know, it could have been...
All of our cars are. Kids, dogs,
You're talking about the audio. What about the visual as well?
Yeah, so there are... just remember, all these devices can come with cameras, and some are. You know, you can get mirrors now, they can see what you look like, and you can connect these to these services. You know, my advice is to be really wary about what sort of devices you have that have a camera attached. You saw how we could turn the microphone off there. I would want to latch across my camera in my home, because at least with the phone, you can direct it in the area where you want to be seen, or you can put it down. But, you know, Tim, do you want a camera in your bedroom 24/7 when you're not quite sure if it's getting leaked?
Not
Will
much
do.
happens in there.
You know what, it's
what about protecting data?
Oh, yeah, OK. So protecting your personal data is the most important thing. And I guess, what, photos to you be the most important thing?
Well, it depends which one.
Yeah, but it is. But because that is the thing, though. Like, you got your phone and virtually all your memories, the travel with the kids or the family are wound up on this one thing, aren't they?
No, absolutely.
You've got to back them up all the time. And
yeah. So I've also got on this desk here, as you can see, that's an old school hard drive. You might remember that. So back in the day, you just slap one of these in here, and then you would back up your stuff.
OK, so you're saying that's old school, because that's what I have that I backed up about 3 years ago.
Yeah, so they're starting to move on to...
I've never seen one before, so...
That's what's in your computer. So it's a spinning disc. Now they're updating to things like this. I'll hold in front. This is a Samsung T5. Now, this is 500 gigabytes, so it's not as big as this multi-terabyte machine, but they're getting cheaper. Now, I can just drop that like that, and it's not going to affect it at all because it's a solid state. This is ideal for travelling and backing up your photos, but they are expensive, but the world is changing. They're moving towards SSDs. And then you've got the other thing, which is, I'll bring over there, that's one of these big bricks. You might have seen those. You can buy, you can back up to these, but you're going to physically plug these into your computers every week. So, Janie, how often do you back up?
Well, as I said, I've got that big chunky one, and it was probably about 3 years ago. But, OK, so apart from my 11-year-old who could do it quickly, and I'm pretty OK with technology, and it would probably just take me a little bit longer, but I think I've got better things to do. What do you have any services or anything where I would actually prefer someone to get in and I'll watch them and then do it the next time, but, you know, just for time-saving purposes? Good
question, and the best thing to do, I think, for most Australians is to use a online service, so backing up to the cloud. I know we've just spoken about stuff that's been in the cloud, but that stuff was leaked by someone, a contractor to Google. It's pretty safe as long as you've got a good password. So I've I've got recommendations here. iDrive is fantastic in terms of online. I've put this on my website too, a couple of examples. You can do 5 gigs of free. This is Carbonite, fantastic. And these services, you just sign into them, log into them, and they automatically back up your data. So you don't have to worry about plugging something in. It does it. Now, this is my Google Photos. This is the other thing. Sign into Google Photos, it's free. And every photo you take on your phone will automatically be saved, and you can search for things like our cat, or your wedding, or whatever else. It becomes a database that you can share. I've
got that, but but I'm talking about the actual physical drive.
Yeah. Before you enter that one, what is your website? So for people that are watching that want to know your website and get on and get some more information.
Imagematrix.tech, and one of the lead stories is the place to back up. But yeah, Janie, your physical ones, this is a pro version Synology here. It takes a bit of technical knowledge to know, but down here you can just plug these in. But don't forget, if something happens to it, and can I just show you what happened to me? We had this storage facility that got flooded, and in that we had all sorts of trouble. We had hard drives getting wet. This is on the first floor, by the way, the pretty ordinary roof. Old videotapes, and look at the photos there. Like there's one from my great uncle from World War II. So a lot of this stuff was pretty poor shape, and this is the family. There's my wife Tracy. Look at all the photos. Now that potentially was heartbreaking for us, and I've lost some of those photos as a result. But I was able to. I previously had scanned a lot of photos up to Google ages ago, and you know that how the photos were popping up from my phone. Well, those photos are also accessible and searchable. But what I want to show you right now is that thing there. This thing is amazing. It's about $650, but this Epson printer scans a photo every second at 300 dpi. So that's print quality, and you know how hard it is.
$600.
So I'm going to take this around to a lot of our relations and get old wall photos. And it does the back as well. So if you've got notes on the back, it records that. Right. So you then sync that up with your Google account, and bang, you've saved everything. So a combination, Janie and Tim, of these devices you have at home, backing up regularly, maybe once a week, then with a cloud service, and you can get various plans, that's going to save you. I mean, I heard a tragic story about someone who lost a laptop, 4 years' worth of material, and they ended up taking their life because it was so devastating to them. So we know that our photos and memories are very precious. Ransomware, viruses, they can destroy it. If you back up to the cloud regularly, you can have versions of that keep you safe.
Can I lend that for a while? Because I want to take it out to my dad's. I know it's only $600, but I'll take it out because there's so many great photos of all the family. That is around.
Seriously,
the country.
I'll lend it to you. Absolutely.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So
what sort of fee?
We'll talk about the fee later on.
Bottle of red. So image matrix.
.tech.
Imagematrix.tech. Great info, Djuro. And if you want more, go to the website because there's all sorts of info on that.
And next week you'll be back to talk 4K and 8K TVs.
TVs, can't wait.
8K.
I can't wait to see you in 8K, Tim.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of me, I'll tell you. Good on you, Djuro.
All right, cheers.